Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of New to Weeaboo. This is number 72 for May 18th, 2022. I am Nemesis and I am joined as usual by Alcatraz.
Hello.
Yeah, and let's see, another week, another bit of anime. Yeah, we're doing this, 1 week apart instead of two because
Scheduling things
we want to
happened.
get the schedule back in order. So that's what we're doing here, and also don't want to delay delays any further because we're already kind of behind thanks to me insisting on doing Star Wars first.
Yep.
Because of timing. Yeah, so let's see. Anything particular?
What's happened in the world of anime?
I'm still keeping mostly up with the stuff I've been watching for this season, although I'm like one episode behind on Execution or Way of Life and Demon Girl Next Door, just because I didn't have time this week, but I did at least watch today's Love Live. And to get that watched, because I'm not skipping. I need to watch it. Yeah, so I'm still very pleased with how it's going compared to how it went with the game. So yeah, you'll get details on that down the line. But yeah, besides that, something I guess big for me personally is just they finally officially announced the Lego Optimus Prime. I'm very excited for that. I'm gonna order that as soon as I can. Make sure doesn't get sold out before I can buy it.
Yep. Trying to think what's happened for me. Not much.
Not much, right? Yeah. So we'll go ahead and get started on this episode's topic, which of course is the Spring 2022 anime sampler. Once again, 4 anime, 3 episodes of each. And we'll talk about those, even though we're like at episode 6 or 7 in the schedule, but whatever. Shut up.
Let us
have our thing.
Let us be able to watch more of them.
Now, this time around, we usually been 4 randomly selected, but we decided from here on out, if there's an anime that one or both of us really, really want to watch, we'll go ahead and drop one of the random ones and just put that in.
Yeah, it guarantees that we're at least going to get something we enjoy.
Well, at least something we're interested in.
Yeah, at least one thing we're somewhat interested in, but the other 3 are still completely random.
Yeah, because, it's nice to, not have those other couple episodes where we're just like, oh, hey, every one of these suck.
Yep.
Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and do that. So we're going to go ahead and go with the first draw we got, which was RPG Real Estate. In which, it's a fantasy world, and it's a real estate company in it.
And it's a slice of life.
Yeah, it's a slice of life thing. That's it. It takes place after the big demon lord guy was defeated and all that stuff, and things are pretty much peaceful in the kingdom and all that stuff. So it's not the usual fantasy RPG thing, despite the name.
Yep. But it does take place in a sort of RPG-esque fantasy, not just general fantasy.
Yeah. Good old
very
RPG.
Much incorporates that
stuff.
Heroes.
Including classes and blah, blah, blah.
All that sort of stuff.
Yeah, it's the Kingdom of Actus with a capital Dali, and the main character, first one we see, is a wizard, is Kotone Kazaro, who's 16 years old. Yeah, right? She's looking into the city, and she winds up going to the real estate place, and she gets a place to live, but also she was there to work, even though they didn't quite get that at first.
Yep.
Yeah, she meets Fa, who's a dragon girl, Rufuria, who's a priest, and Rakira, who's a warrior. Rakira, yeah.
Yep.
And they have their boss, Satona. And those are essentially your characters, right? And they more or less, there's just adventures and selling real estate in a fantasy world. That's it.
Yep. At least by first 3 episodes.
Yeah, so far. Couple things. It's a weird one because a lot of the pieces are in place for this to be good, but it isn't.
Yeah, but it's just not.
It's missing something. And the X factor, the je ne sais quoi, that part, it's just something's missing. I can't quite put my finger on what it is because I've watched similar anime which work better than this. And it's weird. I'm not sure what it is. It almost feels like sometimes the characters don't gel really well, and I don't know.
Yeah, so it's the whole overall feel. The first thing I saw, I was just like, okay, it's like fantasy lolis almost, because they're all drawn to look really young sometimes.
Well, they're supposed to be, most of them are supposed to be in their high school. You're 16, 17 years old, somewhere in that frame.
Yeah, but then you throw Fa in there. It's like, oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's lowly bait.
Yeah. 1,000-year-old dragon.
Yep.
Well, we don't know her
We don't
age.
know how old she actually
But, yeah,
is, but
lowly
dragon
dragon.
girl, and yeah, and then it throws some camera angles. Fortunately, it doesn't do that a lot. Just a few times, way more than it should
But
have.
we'll
in that
note
one
that,
episode,
they
and
got
then
the dragon out of her clothes real quick.
Yep. I find they did a lot of that in the first episode and then quickly calmed down in the later ones.
I think you're forgetting the lowly, yeah, but...
Yeah, with the lowly. Boss ladies.
Spilling out everywhere.
Well endowed.
So is the main girl, apparently.
Yes. But it's like the way everything runs, saccharine was the best.
Yeah.
And not in a good way. It was the best way I could describe it, because everything's like happy and bubbly, but like overly so.
I don't know.
It's like the best way I could describe it is like someone who didn't know what they were doing tried like committee to design something cute, and it's soullessly cute. And then we get to the writing style. Like the first 3 episodes, they always things ran the same exact way. Where we're gonna throw a Chekhov's gun on the table in the first half and then immediately resolve it in the second.
Yeah.
Use it in the second. But it does so in such a rote manner. The best way I can, not really the best way, but what keeps coming to mind whenever I think about this, it's like cheap children's TV writing. Except it's obviously not for children.
Right.
But that's sort of what it feels like. That really, I don't know. That's just what it reminds me of. It's just, at least in the first 3 episodes, again, I don't know if things happen later.
Feels like it's kind of banking on you just saying, oh, hey, cute girls, and just kind of sticking around regardless of everything else.
Yeah, except it didn't really, it's like soulless cute. It's like designed by committee cute.
I don't know.
Who didn't know what they were doing, because...
I think the designs are fine.
Well, designs are fine, but like you said, there's something missing to it. It looks fine, the art's fine, but
that's
there's
the thing.
Something...
It's not the girls themselves. Every single one of them individually, or most of them individually, are pretty much okay characters. I think the only ones who really have any real, it feels like sometimes the only ones who really have any sort of real chemistry of any sort is Rufuria and Rakira, and because there's some implication of something going on between the two, but nothing really beyond that.
But as far as the writing goes, and just how the story pacing, and just
a lot of the jokes are kind of fall flat too.
Yeah,
it's supposed to be a comedy. It's also weird. Sometimes it throws in random sex jokes too. It's like I feel like it doesn't know what kind of comedy it wants to be.
Yeah,
like there's randomly in the 3rd episode there's kind of a joke about what is it? Kotone's borrowing a outfit from Akira and a difference in bust side. Ha ha! It doesn't fit.
Yeah.
And that joke, she's upset because she's flat, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And or just weird things like, just kind of weird jokes about fantasy tropes, like, oh, hey, yeah, the demon lord is defeated, so we took her to his castle and turned it into a theme park. And like, okay, I guess that's kind of funny.
And there's the like, oh, you can get this one of the apartments, you can get this, but you have to leave it open for adventurers to just ransack it all the time.
Yeah. It's like they're trying to hit different kinds of comedy, and it's just all over the place.
Yeah, and so a lot of those jokes, they have those jokes that fall flat. Kind of feels like the how do you do, fellow kids? Kind of a, well, this is a funny joke, right? Let's do that joke. Except they didn't quite catch the. Yeah, it's just they didn't quite know how to pull it off.
Right. The other thing is there's a couple things in the anime, including the OP, which vaguely imply that some bigger, darker things.
Yeah,
particularly with Fa.
The dragon.
Yeah, there's imagery and dialogue suggesting there's something going on, but I'm not sure if they're ever going to address it or if it's just going to be kind of an internal tease to try to keep you around.
Yeah.
So basically,
that's when it's like, are you going to do more? Are you going to change up this pattern that you've done for the last 3 episodes?
Yeah,
hope so, because otherwise you've already lost me in the first 3 episodes, and you better change something up.
Unless someone tells me, no, you don't understand, RPG real estate really just pops off in like episode 5 or something, I'm like, I'm never probably coming back to this.
Yeah, I don't plan on coming back to it. It was boring. Yeah. It's cute, it's fluffy, but boring, and yeah.
Yeah, there's just nothing really of value here. It's not bad, actively bad. It's just boring as hell.
Yep. I was not into it. It didn't catch me at all.
Yeah. Yeah, there's RPG Fudo-san as well if you want to be all weeb about it.
Ew, weebs.
Yeah, so the next one moving on is Miss Sachiku and the Little Baby Ghost, or as Sachiku-san wa Yojo Yore ni Iya Saretai. It's about a woman who's Fushihara, who's working late at night and then gets haunted at the office. And the ghost is tiny and cute and is just trying to stop her from overworking, telling her to go home. And Fushihara there is just like, oh no, you're too cute. I must stay around you. And yeah.
Well, there you go. You just basically described the absolute entirety of the anime. That's it. It's done. That's where the review is over. We can go to the next one.
There's other characters that are seen in the OP, but only one of them really shows up before the end of the third episode. Miyako, the cat girl.
Yep.
This one's weird because in many ways it has like you could throw a lot of the same things we said about RPG Real Estate at this one, and yet it works better.
The best way I can describe that one, I think I've used that phrase too many times already. This is also just entirely fluff.
Yeah.
But this one knows that it's fluff, and it doesn't try to be anything but the fluff, and it knows what it's doing, and it does it well.
Yeah.
It's cute. And that's the entire point, is to be cute. It's not trying to do anything else, except maybe a slight message of, don't overwork yourself, stupid.
Which is something...
Which is an important thing.
And particularly in Japan with its work culture.
Yep. But, yeah.
Yeah, that's the gist of it. Just this little tiny cute baby ghost is pleading with her to stop, leave this place, go home. And then, what is that? Oh, you're tiny cute baby ghost.
Tiny cute baby ghost.
And then she winds up taking her home sometimes. It's one like, how do you solve that? Oh, just take her with you home.
It's funny how many times that what is the ghost's name? Oh, yeah. Yore-chan.
That just literally means you're ghost.
It's ghost. It's the ghost. It does something to try and make her leave, and it just makes her work harder. It's like it backfires.
Yep. No. Pleading, no, just go home. I don't want you to overwork yourself.
Yep.
Ghost, not a vengeful ghost, just please stop overworking yourself.
Yep. And then the cute scene where she actually does go home early, and then the ghost is lonely.
Yep. Sad and lonely, and she comes back into the office anyway.
Yep.
It's weird. But it's funny. Kind of. It's just kind of cute, fluffy nonsense, and there's really not a whole lot to say about it at this point, but
it was
it was just fun to watch. But compared, it's weird how technically RPG Real Estate has more going for it, and yet
it's boring, and this one isn't. It really is a lesson in execution, and I don't have the ability to really pinpoint the exact areas where the execution is different and better. But you watch it, and you can just feel that while this has less going on, its execution is just so much better. That's actually interesting.
Yeah. It's a strange one. It's just kind of funny that we're not going to be able to talk about it much because
there's not much there to it. It's just good.
It's kind of that weird. It's that nightmare scenario of like it's really great thing, but I can't really explain why.
It's like trying to describe a fanfic that's only like 1,500 words.
Yeah, don't bring that up. There's really not a whole lot you can say other than it's a fun, cute time. Go check it out.
It's absolutely adorable.
Yeah, so I'll probably keep watching it.
Probably, yeah.
Because there's really not a whole lot, I have to really invest in on this one.
There's just not much there to describe it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
so I guess we'll already move on to the third one. It feels way too early, but
it does feel way too early, but hey.
What else are we going to do? It's Shikimori's Not Just a Cutie, aka Kawaii Dake Janai Shikimori-san.
Yep. I have opinions on this
yes,
one.
I guess you do. Anyway. It's a rom-com. It's a boy named Yu who he's pretty much clumsy and unlucky, and he has a girlfriend named Shikimori. She's got pink hair, and she's like very cute and very popular and all this stuff. But as I was seeing the title, she's not just cute. She's also sometimes really cool, like doing things like catching a baseball from hitting his head, for example, just without looking, that sort of thing. Apparently also she kind of really is devoted to her appearances because she's willing to just forego glasses despite the fact she really needs them. Stuff like that. There's also her friends Neko and Hachimitsu. And then you got Inuzuka, who's Yu's friend. Anyway, Yu's always kind of in there. He's always soft spoken. He's like, oh man, she's so cool. He's always trying to be a better boyfriend for her, but like just because he's trying to overcome his own clumsiness and bad luck and not exactly succeeding. But she doesn't seem to care because she seems to be so enamored with him anyway. Like he'll just randomly say just the exact right thing to just make her all blushy and make her heart go doki doki. Yeah. So it's basically just it's a rom-com, and it's just their various misadventures while dating.
Yep. Well, one interesting thing, it is a rom-com, but it's somewhat of a role reversal.
Yeah.
On the standard trope.
A little bit, yeah.
Because it's now, the guy is the one that gets protected and whatnot and such like that. But yeah. Shikimori. Cute, cool, and collected, except when she's not.
Yeah.
She the way she gets flustered is not quite soon, but she has like every now and then you get a drop of that influence. Like when she says something, she gets all kind of flustered and puffs her cheeks out. No, I'm not, or something like that.
She's just embarrassed.
Or the times she tries to be cute and then it doesn't work, but then it works in her favor because she ends up being like freaking cool. Awesome instead.
She's just cool.
This
is also you have to get kind of into the how the Japanese use these terms specifically. Yeah, the specific definitions of these terms and these contexts, and you have to kind of get into that, the difference between cute and cool and all that stuff.
Yep.
Itself is kind of interesting.
Yep. Where in this case, I think the cute is fairly kind of giggly.
Yeah, and then the cool thing is it's a very specific definition of cool that you see in this particular romantic context.
Yeah, in this case, it's somewhat. Not quite, but somewhat tomboyish-esque, but the athletic or the
tomboy part is not really the
important. It's not the important part, but
my experience it has almost nothing to do with the cool definition. It's kind of a very specific, like very relaxed and a very specific version of relaxed and just kind of.
It's on the tip of my tongue. Trying to describe it. It's right there on the tip of my tongue, with that the borderline smug, but not smug. I don't know. I'm missing a word. I'm missing a word to describe it, but yeah. But yes, she is very, very athletic, and apparently very talented, even when she's not very practiced on some things.
Yeah,
doesn't stop her. Super protective of Izumi. So Shikimori herself, though, I feel kind of conflicted in that in some ways she feels like scientifically created to push just the right buttons. And that in that way it feels like, almost fake, but I'm also mad because it works.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of like torn in a couple ways on that one. Also, some of the scenes have like that sort of third party embarrassment as watching them go through their awkward romance.
Yeah. A little bit.
So it's not quite cringe humor, but it starts to push similar buttons for me personally. It's not, but that third party embarrassment of watching the awkwardness sometimes hits the same buttons for me. But it's still one of those, I think it's funny and hilarious, but I can also feel the pain.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall I have kind of been enjoying it though.
Yeah. I'll also say that's they're generally a cute couple as well.
Oh, they are. One thing I'm pleased with is like no fan service. Like some places could have done that, but that doesn't seem to be a thing so far.
Yeah. This is also the source of that one meme of
oh yes,
the 3-panel meme. Like, who's that?
Who's that hot guy? Calm down, dude. It's your girlfriend.
That's your girlfriend.
That was a good scene.
I've seen so many times. Changed so many times.
Although I will say the first episode, in the beginning, as they're walking down the street and the truck comes by and she protects him.
Yeah.
Yeah, when that first shows that.
Oh no.
Yeah, I will kind of admit. No! Yeah, certain noises came out of my mouth. Oh. Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah, like she also gets really popular with like, you know, also the girls as well, and because of the volleyball tournament. Again, the source of the meme. There's like Inuzaka and Nekozaki are pretty competitive with each other to the point I'm wondering if they're going to possibly become a B couple. But then again, there's other stuff, which there's that thing with the volleyball Ace and Nekozaki, which is like,
yeah,
something going
apparently
on there.
Izumi knows her.
Yeah, it's
they mentioned that, but at least in the first 3 episodes, that hasn't come back yet.
Yeah, Nekozaki was that one girl, one of the friends, is she kind of was talking about, and then she notices something's going on with the ace on the other team after she loses, and then it's like that seems to be a bit of plot that we haven't seen yet as of, you know, the end of episode 3.
Yeah, but it was like after that, Izumi saw her and recognized her. Izumi recognized her and called her by name. Didn't call out to her, but
yeah.
So and then they mentioned that you know her, but that didn't come back either.
I don't know.
If that there seems to be something there, but it's not the first 3 episodes.
Shikamori has a brother.
Yep.
Who she's trying to keeps a lot of stuff away from him,
apparently.
Yu's parents are interesting in themselves.
Yes.
Because of course the dad looks older than the mom by a significant margin, but that's probably because anime.
Because you're about to say that's just anime rules.
Yeah, that's another thing. Of course, like the mom openly wondering where he got that from, you know, after she almost injures herself
multiple times. It's like, huh.
Shikamori's just sitting there like, and then of course the joke there is that, you know, that his mom wishing that Shikamori was her girlfriend.
that was that joke too, but I like,
oh, what's this?
Oh,
and the dad coming in here and just yep, they're secure in their relationship to make jokes like that.
Yep. I do like that Shikimori noticed the mom's clumsiness immediately when I can see the family resemblance.
Yep.
And then almost dropping the plate again.
Yep.
Wonder where he gets that from. Yes, I wonder.
I do not know.
It is a mystery. And then immediately bonding with dad.
Yeah. Yeah, what was it?
Over the boxing game.
Yeah, that was that's the Wii game.
Yep.
Wii Sports.
Boxing,
Wii Sports.
Yeah.
I remember.
There is something that I'm interested to see if anything comes of it. I'm not certain if there is, but in the OP, there's these flashback scenes from when they're like kids.
Oh yeah,
and it hints that there may be something going on.
We might see some of that later on, probably.
But immediately following those flashback scenes, we get like fantasy scenes. So who knows if we ever will see them? Because like we're not going to see those two.
It's like it wouldn't surprise me if we eventually see how they actually got together.
Yeah.
That sounds like something they'd cover because it is relevant.
It would definitely be. And there's the whole talk about why Shikimori is into Izumi.
Yeah, there's a lot of people. How did you get her as a girlfriend?
Yep.
How did you get her?
Literally, you. That's his name.
Way out of your league.
Yeah. But she does talk about that a little bit. She mentioned some things. When talking to mom.
Just think about Roger Rabbit. He makes me laugh. Why is a girl like you dating a guy like him? He makes me laugh.
Yeah, well, this one is she mentioned that he knows pain in a way that others don't, and because of that,
already get a flashback to his childhood, literally having a tree branch sticking through his head, but that's fine.
That's fine.
Don't worry about that.
Covered in bandages, but yeah, and it's like, and she mentions that he's just so kind, such a kind person, and possibly because of what he goes through.
Yeah, the other thing is there's a cynical part of my brain going there that, like, this just feels like the usual hit rom-com that pops up like every season that everyone just obsesses over the new waifu until the next season where the new waifu for the new rom-com shows up.
Yep. It's kind of a worry that it's going to do the same thing too.
Yeah, we're going to see next season the next one will show up and then this one will be completely forgotten.
Yeah.
Who's Shikamori? Oh, right, that girl. Who cares?
Yep.
Yeah, it's the thing. It's like, honestly, I might keep up with this one, probably, I think. Yeah.
I'm definitely interested to see what happens and see if it stays decent. So yeah, it's definitely an interesting one, and through the first 3 episodes, I'm mostly enjoying it, and I'm kind of curious to see where it goes. But I hope it still has a potential of kind of not being good at the end.
Oh, it depends. Yeah, we've seen anime where it just kind of fizzles out.
Yeah, where it starts out decent and then just kind of falters.
Yep.
Hopefully it doesn't, but I may keep track of it to see which way it goes.
Yeah, the other thing I want to mention also is, there was news that came up, which is this anime is going to have a couple delays thanks to COVID. There's a bit of a COVID spread in the office, the animation office. So I believe the next episode will be delayed by a week, and then an episode a couple weeks later will also be delayed.
Yep, 7 is getting delayed. They're putting in a special instead of episode 7, and then 9 will get delayed as well.
They're delaying them because so that's just to ease the production schedule a bit. So that's a thing.
Yep.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and move on, though, to the last one. And this is the one that we decided that, I know we're just going to put this in regardless. So we don't care. We want to really see this one. And it's the one that everyone's really talking about for this season. It's Spy Family. Yep. And I did look up, and I've been told that it is Spy Family, not Spy X Family.
You do not pronounce the X.
You do not pronounce the X. And now, having said that, definitively, someone's going to come in here and yell at me saying, no, you're supposed to pronounce the X, and here's why.
Please do so. Engagement is good.
But anyway, Spy Family. This is the big one of the season. So you got this whole backstory is Westalis and Astania are two countries with a tenuous peace, although Astania really clearly wants to actually go back to, go to the whole war thing. And Westalis does not want that. Anyway, so you got a spy whose codename is Twilight, and he's a master of disguise. He doesn't, his whole thing is like he doesn't want to get married, and the children are a waste of time, blah, 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 blah. And then he gets an assignment to go get married and have a kid.
Yep.
Because his target has a kid at a college named Eden College, which it's weird because it's one of those things that the college covers a very large age range, apparently.
Yes.
Or something. I don't know. It's probably some sort of thing that I'm not aware of. But anyway, they don't actually get to know his real name, whatever it is. He's just Twilight. But he's going by the name Lloyd Forger, which is like just to me a big neon sign that this is not who I am. This is a fake identity, but whatever. Forger, I mean, come on.
Forger.
Anyway, he winds up going to an orphanarium where he meets Anya, who seems to be a really smart child, but actually is telepathic. She is cheating to do the crossword to prove herself to be smart to him so she can get out.
Which is a very smart thing to do.
Yeah. Anyway, also literally sparkling that whole season.
I think this sparkling is just for our reference.
I don't know, but it's just neat. Sparkling. Anyway, she turns out she's telepathic, which she was from sort of a science experiment thing, which she was able to escape from.
Yep,
anyway,
he ran away.
He adopts her, and they start living together, and then some adventures happen, and they also meet Yor, who's a she's a government worker, right? Except she's also an assassin.
Yep.
Called the Thorn Princess.
Yep.
Yeah. She also has a younger brother named Yuri, who she's trying to make happy. He's kind of a little concerned about her, and she lies to him saying she has a boyfriend, and happenstance that, hey, Lloyd here, Twilight, needs to have a fake wife, and she needs a fake, and so they kind of...
But they don't know that each other needs a fake wife.
Yeah, but they just kind of propose that, hey, listen, I need to get my kid in this college, and they want a stable family,
Yep.
so they need a mother and father, and she's like, well, I need a boyfriend or whatever, so let's just pretend to be married.
Yep.
And there you go, now they're all living together, the pieces are set up, and there's all... Yeah, now they're kind of now as the end of episode 3. They're now pretending to be a normal, happy family.
Yep.
So this is a really fun anime. It's absolutely living up to the hype it's getting.
So far, yeah, this has been great.
It has been hyped to hell and back, and it is so far living up to it, and that doesn't happen very often.
It does not happen, and I'm happy that it is this time.
I am really, really enjoying it to the point I am like sitting there. I'm like I want to keep watching it, but I can't because we can't just go past episode 3.
Well, now that we've recorded, we can.
Yeah, but it's like I just want to keep watching it. But we can't until we can't talk about stuff beyond. Oh man, it's really good.
It is really good.
Yes, Anya is adorable.
Anya is just amazing
because sometimes she's really smart and other times she's just really dumb. Like she completely misunderstands some of the thoughts like Lloyd or Twilight Lloyd, whatever.
Yeah,
he has. She misinterprets them, and then they have her freak out in the middle in public about please don't take me back.
Yep.
He's sitting there trying to go.
What the heck is going on?
Because he doesn't know how to handle children. And of course, we're seeing the obvious thing of they're actually he actually starting to care about her for real. And
yep.
Because he's just he just sees her as a means to an end, but
Yep.
because part of the thing is like he's starting to realize part of the reason he doesn't like children because he doesn't like being reminded of his kind of crap childhood.
Yep. We start seeing his backstory.
She's warming his way into his heart.
Yeah.
And your there is I don't know if so far nothing super romantic happening between Yor and Twilight other than the grenade thing.
I'm about to say that proposal, the actual
weirdly
proposal of the
romantic.
ring was the most romantic thing I've seen.
Despite the fact that the context when you think about it isn't, but whatever. It's cool because where's the ring I stole? Oh well, takes the grenade, pulls a pin out, throws it, blows up the guy's going after, and then puts the grenade pin on her finger.
Yep, that was a great scene. As the explosion happens in the background, it's great.
Yeah, the other thing is, Anya is apparently test subject 997. I'm hoping that somehow comes up later in the future. I have no idea. I know this is based on a manga.
Yep.
So it wouldn't surprise me at some point that comes up, considering the whole spy thing. And it's also funny. Anya's favorite show was a spy thriller. And one of the things she asked for from Twilight there is like, "Can I get a silenced pistol?"
And I like how Twilight's response was, "We'll see.
We'll see if they have any at the store."
Yeah.
Then she
of
gets
course,
kidnapped because she just broadcasts an unencrypted message onto his equipment.
God.
And they triangulate from there, and
and then finds gets to see a silenced pistol at least.
Silenced pistol.
Great way, but
I would have loved if she just kind of somehow was able to get her hands on it. They get home and then she pulls it out. It's like, there's the gun.
Got my gun.
There's also Frankie, who's also he's like a gopher, fixer type person for Twilight. He gets him forged documents and was willing to pose as the wife, although Lloyd went nope, this isn't working.
Nope.
Also, Anya, she has amazing faces throughout the whole thing.
She has the best faces.
Yeah, I've been seeing those all over the internet because everyone's obsessing over the show. Not surprising.
She has the absolute best faces.
The other thing is Yor. She is weird because she is actually genuinely naive. I thought at first it was an act. Like, no, she really is just that naive. She doesn't understand things. Like one of the things when we first are introduced to her, they're kind of complaining about one of the bosses because he's a creepy scumbag. And they're talking about, well, she should put boogers in his tea. And she's like, would that enhance the flavor? Genuine, honest question. Like,
yeah.
And she actually, like, Lloyd is badly lying to her about, he's a psychiatrist and stuff, and she just believes him. And he's like, what? These are terrible lies. How is she believing me?
Yeah. Part of you wants to think like she's just letting it slide because she has her own secrets, but you see her in other cases like, no, she's just kind of naive.
But also, she's deadly.
She's very she's very skilled. She's very deadly.
Yeah, it's also weirdly has an actual moral code despite being an assassin.
Yeah, and that's where her personality around her assassin skills. It's like,
again, hoping for backstory in that one.
Yeah, not quite Flandrized, but like her personality is very much tied to her job as an assassin. Loves knives and really likes guillotines too, apparently.
Yeah, we see like her facial expression just change when she gets into assassin mode.
It's
like, whoa.
When the call comes in and it says Thorn Princess, boom.
Yeah,
almost like an activation phrase, but
yeah, but it's just because it's amazing because one of the things like they're out and about because they're pretending to be all happy family because for the interview for the getting to Eden College because they're trying to rehearsing for it and both Anya and Yor are very terrible at it.
Very terrible at it.
So
they don't know how to
Lloyd goes, okay, we're going to go out and pretend to be a family.
Yep, and so go watch what other people do and emulate.
Yeah, and then while they're out there, some old lady gets her money stolen, and she immediately just jumps the fence and goes after him.
Like, down how... like a good 4 stories worth of hill in 3 bounds. Like, holy crap.
And then of course he winds up Lloyd winds up finishing off how she loses him because she winds up making sure the old woman's okay. And then thanks to Anya seeing him because reading minds, he's able to see him and then more or less jump off a bridge and onto him and get the money back.
Yep.
And then they get thanked, and he's like sitting there thinking, Spy's not supposed to call attention to himself.
And I just
did that. Everyone around him is looking at him. Oops. The other thing that's interesting, I'm wondering how something pops up is Anya, if she is in a large crowd, she gets overwhelmed because of all the thoughts she can hear, and it actually starts giving her a nosebleed.
Yeah, interesting how they present. There's 2 scenes, almost not quite back to back, but almost back to back, where we saw this, and they were seemed to be a little bit different on how Anya responded. The first one was at the rally, where she just, all those thoughts, a lot of negative thoughts coming in, she just couldn't handle it and started to like break down. They had to get her out of there. But the other one was on the hill or by the bridge, finding him. She seemed to purposefully poke into that to try and pick him up.
Well, it's
and it gave
obvious.
her a nosebleed. So it almost like she has not in full, but a little bit of control.
Yeah, I think what's happening there is, she gets overwhelmed, but with that one, she knew there's an important thing, which is she's trying to find the thief.
Yeah.
So she's trying to focus and find him and just fighting past the pain it's giving her.
Yeah, but I think she may have just a little bit of control with her focus over what she can.
A little bit, but not a whole lot.
Yeah. She obviously can't completely control it, or she wouldn't have had the issue at the rally.
Yeah.
But it seems like she does have a little bit of control to allow her to focus in and find an individual within a crowd.
Yeah.
But that causes extra strain, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty clear they all like each other, and they're all having, it's definitely a thing that they're clearly going to become a real family at some point.
Oh, they totally will.
This is literal found family.
Yep.
You don't get that very often. Someone's literally looking for a fake family to become a real family.
Yep. Anya. Oh, God, Anya's a bit interesting. She's the way she reacts to her new parents.
She's
sometimes
like, is this a big adventure? Because she's bored.
Well, yeah, she goes. It's one of the big things that she wanted them to pick her each other, however that works.
Yeah.
Was because of their occupation.
Yeah.
But then when she starts picking up things that they say because of their occupation, she like kind of freaks out. It's like, girl, you picked this.
Yeah, it's that reality. It's that thing where it's like, the fantasy meets reality. Is what's happening.
She sticks with them.
She has an idea because she's like 6.
Yeah, she's 6.
Well, actually, I think there might be an implication she's not 6 because she might have just straight up lied to, get adopted because of the eating college thing.
Maybe. Well, because that was, yeah.
Because he came, he's like, she's kind of small for a 6-year-old because she claims to be 6 because what's happening, she's reading,
reading his mind.
Thinking, that's what he needs to be at least 6 years old to get into eating college.
And even
So she claims she's 6 immediately.
Yep.
So I think she might be actually like 4.
Might be lying. She definitely got the mental maturity of someone a little bit more than that, but that's kind of what comes with being a experiment, I guess.
The other thing about that was, it's so that whole thing is her idea of this big adventure thing is being met with reality of what a spy and assassin actually do.
Yep.
It's like she's going from the TV version from her favorite show to this is what it really is like. Sometimes there are dead assassins kill people.
Yes.
Like
she got to see that firsthand when she got kidnapped.
Mm-hmm. One thing I remember going into, I didn't really know that much going in other than, spy family, right?
Right.
Intentionally, so I was trying to keep myself in the dark as much as possible. But I thought it was going to possibly be like a weird, like a Mr. and Mrs. Smith situation.
Yeah,
that's what I thought it was going to be like going in. It's like,
and who knows, it may turn into something like that where they get it assigned to each other.
But I was like, I think it was like, they're totally been married for a while, have a kid, and then, they find out that, oh, hey, guess what? They both have a secret life or something. Not
right.
That's from the get-go, and then assemble a fake family.
Yeah. Yeah, I was someone thinking the same thing, that this was going to be, they were already a couple that have their secret spy lives or whatnot.
Yep. I just also the whole Anya's a telepath thing is like, all right. That seems a little out of left field, but okay, I'll roll with it. One of the things is like, you just kind of roll with it because it works.
It works,
I guess. Explains why. It's because otherwise the other problem is, Anya's just this innocent victim apparently, essentially, but at this point she's goading it along.
Yep. Because she knows everyone's secret.
Yeah.
But she can't say it because she has her own secret.
Yeah, and it's just
she can't let anyone know that she's a telepath.
Yeah, when Lloyd's about to pass on Yor, oh, I wish I had a mother.
Yep, because Anya is a wonderful matchmaker.
Yeah. So this is absolutely wonderful, and if you're not already watching it, you should be. And I'm pretty sure though you probably are, but whatever. I wanted to watch it. you wanted to watch it. It's like it had to get.
Yeah, it's like we're watching this.
This is we're just gonna watch this because it's an absolutely again, like I said, worth the hype. Gonna keep up with it. I am very excited to get caught up over the next week or so, and then go. Oh man, I need to wait for now. I need to wait.
Now I have to actually wait. I can't just binge it.
I don't want to wait though.
I'm just remembering a couple hilarious scenes so far.
Mm-hmm.
Like the when they're like industrial area running through when Yard and Tyler running through there and still doing his psychiatrist thing where you're hitting them kind of hard. Oh, it's part of the new concussive therapy. And it pops up on the screen. This is fiction, by the way.
This is fiction. Yeah, there's a weird thing in anime. A lot of this I noticed where it's like you have to kind of this is a joke.
This is a joke.
I've noticed that a lot of anime and manga.
Yeah,
you have to make absolutely certain no one actually tries this.
Yeah.
Other thing I want to mention is also music's great. It's very fitting.
Yep.
For the thing, 'cause it's got this kind of 60s-esque vibe to it. The whole thing is weird 60s European vibe. So you see stuff like you see a VW van, for example.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's totally the Type 2. Yeah. It looks like a Type 2. It's a VW bus that everyone wants.
Yeah, it got that vibe. So the music matches that. Got lots of horns and jazzy.
I'm getting sort of a Germany vibe from the country.
A little bit. Yeah, a little bit.
It's not the first time we've seen that in anime.
Also animated really well.
Oh, yes.
A lot of fun things. The OP's real stylish. Again, that's got that very 60s style to it. Very heavily stylized. And there's also the ED, which didn't even show up till episode 3, really. Was really good, too. It's just so much about this is like presentation is a big deal here, and they nailed it. I just want to see more.
The art museum, Anya, at the art museum. I can see.
Just don't yell. Okay, hey, Dad.
I can see her booby.
Yeah,
it's just.
I told you not to yell. And this one's been cut up, and this one's been cut up.
Yep.
And then of course you're just sitting there, just admiring the guillotine.
Just admiring the guillotine.
It's like, all right, all right.
She really, like you said, she really takes her assassin job.
Yep. All right, then the guillotine thing, I guess. All right, I can work with that.
Yep. Well, sometimes he thinks he can't.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes he almost gave up.
That when he's trying to get them to give the right answers for the interview, and he's like, "This is the first time I've been this disheartened on an assignment."
Yep. Yep, because he doesn't like working with other people, because other people are unpredictable. Too many variables.
Yep.
But he's going to learn to love it anyway.
Yeah, he'll love them.
It's good. I am absolutely enjoying this, and I can't wait to watch more.
This is that thing where it's like, if that's the thing, I would say the Shikimori would be the standout of the season if it wasn't for Spy Family. It's one of those things that you kind of almost feel bad about for every other anime this season, because there's always going to be overshadowed by this one. You see that every once in a while you get that anime which is like it's almost universal in it's how it was loved.
It's like trying to release a game at the same time Elden Ring came out.
Yeah. What game was that?
There's a couple of them.
Oh, Horizon Forbidden West.
Oh, that was one of them.
It literally came out a week beforehand. Good job. This like the first one came out right before like a Call of Duty or something like that.
Yeah, it's like 2. It's 0 for 2 on release timings.
Guys, what are you doing? But yeah, it's just one of those things. Where just every once we get that season where that's one anime just overshadows everything else. That's all everyone talks about. Yeah, this is happening.
Spy Family's that one for this season.
So yep. That's it for this. Yeah. Let's see. RPG Real Estate. Skip. Bland. Miss Sachiko and the Little Baby Ghost. Cute, but if you're not into fluffy stuff, you might find it boring, but it's cute and fluffy. And if you like it, it's a good kind of it.
Yep. It's good fluff, but it's fluff.
Shikimori is not just a cutie. Pretty decent rom-com, but
decent start. We'll see where it goes.
Yeah. And Spy Family. Absolutely wonderful.
Oh, absolutely amazing. It's great.
Yeah, so that's our thing for this one.
So basically we ordered them in worst to best.
Essentially, yeah.
Yep.
That was completely by
unintentional. That's just how we picked them.
Just how it worked. That's it for this one. So if you enjoyed this episode, you could check out past and future ones at newtoweeaboo.libsyn.com. It's spelled Libsyn. Yeah, the RSS feed is there. You can also check us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, and Amazon Podcasts. All but Amazon are listed at the Libsyn site as well. You can subscribe to any of those or search for New to Weeaboo on all those services, and keep up to date with us as we do the thing.
The thing.
Yep. And if you want to contact us, you do so via email, newtoweeaboo@gmail.com. If you have questions or anime recommendations or comments or whatever, what have you been thinking about the anime this season? Is there something we didn't cover that you say, hey, you should really watch this? Because, we don't necessarily have a whole lot of control over it. Because we want to make sure we get something. Well, the thing is, we want to be random for the most part because we want to make sure we sometimes get something we might have otherwise just not even given a second thought because maybe there's some hidden gem that's happened before.
Exactly.
I've seen animes like I was never going to check this out, but now I'm absolutely going to check it out. That sort of thing because of this. So, yeah, if there's something else, believe me. I mean, again, I've been keeping up with the Executor and A Way of Life and Demon Girl Next Door. There's a couple others I'm kind of interested in putting my, looking at. But, yeah. Time. There's tons of stuff I need to watch. Yeah. So yeah, all that stuff you want to, or maybe are you some person who actually hates Spy Family? I don't know.
Yeah.
Please, if you are, let me know because I want to hear that.
I want to hear an explanation as to why it's bad if you think it's bad.
The other thing I almost forgot, with Spy Family, they announced the SH Figuarts figures and they already revealed the Anya.
Ah, yes.
And they're going to apparently do the full reveal on the 25th of May here, so pretty soon.
Hey, SH figure, those will sell out like hotcakes.
Yeah, so I gotta try to think if I want to get them or not.
You want to get an Anya?
I'm not sure. I might. It's one of those.
Maybe
There's only 3, so I might get all 3. Because that's not too bad, I think.
Would that be like the first anime guy figure ever purchased?
For me, probably, yeah.
Because I mean, like, you have a lot of robots, but
yeah. You can also follow us on Twitter at New to Weeaboo, and we'll see episodes come out there, and sometimes random just anime musings, whenever. There's also personal Twitters at Nemesis Prime 1, and he's at Alcatraz77T and _ at the end. And I've been doing reviews again. Hooray! Those are going actually pretty well now.
Yep, and I don't post much. Every now and then I'll retweet something cute.
Yeah. Anyway, again, that's it for this one. Tune in next time. We'll be talking about Sasaki and Miyano. Because it will be the month of June.
Yep.
So theming.
Themes are good.
Yep. So we'll be talking about that. And yeah, stay tuned for that one. Until then, keep yourself safe, all that stuff. Don't do anything stupid.
Don't do anything stupid. Or if you do get it on video,
do it for the fun. Yeah. Yeah. So we'll see you then.
See ya.
Bye.